I just want to say a big thank you to the embassy, to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and of course the amazing folks from the Kenyan government, the PS, the CS, Mark, Max. What an inspiring event. You know, for me, there's an expression, if you don't go, you don't know. And this is what I want to tell not just my fellow Americans, but anybody out there. You got to come here. You know, Africa, for many people, is a continent that they know very little about. But the energy, the excitement, the movement that's happening here, it's like nothing else anywhere in the world. So, you know, I was told that I was going to give these closing remarks a few hours ago. I thought it was just going to be some casual, interview. But Max right there knows that I literally scribbled these 3 notes down right before I came on stage. So I thought, what am I going to say? I'll leave you with 3 things. First, it's all about ecosystem development. I know it's a fancy term, but ultimately this is what these forums catalyze. It's about connectivity, it's about getting people together. It's not about one scene winning over another scene, it's about everybody winning together. And ecosystems are governed by a balance. So you need many actors to win in order to create an ecosystem. You need the entrepreneurs, you need the investors, you need the government, you need the creators. In the music industry, you need the streamers, you need the labels, you need the publishers. In the film industry, you need the screenwriters and the studios, on and on. So the focus here needs to be on ecosystem development, and nobody's better positioned to do this than Kenya. You already have a head start because you're singularly focused on this. And with the relationship that we have with the American government and the American people, that's all you need. The second is that the tide is shifting, and is shifting very, very quickly. The global south is rising. English is my second language. I was born and raised in a country called Cyprus that most people can't find on a map. Most people don't have on a map, and it's bothered the hell out of me since I was a child. But I learned English by listening to music. But a few years ago, during the pandemic, I had the fortune of spending time in Cyprus with my 2 11-year-old twins. And on the radio, as I was driving them to school every morning, the number 1 song was Jerusalem. The number 2 song was a song called Ziti e Buoni by a band called Maneskin that won Eurovision in Italian. The number 3 song was a Russian metal song. And I found my 2 American-born and bred girls singing along to Swahili and Zulu, and singing along to Italian and Russian. And that's what reminds us all of our shared humanity. And I don't think that any one language should somehow dominate what we listen, what we see, and more importantly, what narratives we're told. And the world is shifting and changing, and you are at the epicenter of this change. Don't forget that. And new technologies like artificial intelligence will forever change the way that we create, we learn, we connect, so that time is now to act. And the third thing that I'll say, and it's maybe the most important thing, is that at the center of all this, we should never forget that it's the creator. It's the person that is making that matters the most. And what I know, both by accident of birth and by virtue of where I live, is that talent is equally distributed everywhere in the world. No country, no language has a monopoly on talent. But opportunity is not available to everybody. And this is what we all need to be focused on. How do we create more opportunity for more voices, more diversity to be heard, to be viewed, to be emoted and felt from around the world? And how do we create systems and structures that incentivize, reward, protect, inspire, and advance every creator out there to perform at the highest level of their capabilities. And then the very last thing for me is that the most powerful tool and the most powerful invention that was ever created when it comes to capturing the human spirit and the human narrative, it's art. And it's this incredible gift, this God-given gift that we were given by God or someone, if you don't believe in God, to tell these stories through art, through music, through film, through literature, through painting, through stone carving. What an amazing thing. And storytelling is incredibly powerful. So the best and most important way that we have to change any narrative, to set a new tone, to tell a new story, is through art. So let's keep creating, let's keep inspiring, let's keep advocating, let's keep getting together. And again, I want to thank all of you for making this day incredibly amazing. Hope to see you out there. Let's go and enjoy some music, have some fun, get to know each other, shake some hands, give some embraces. Thank you.